Civil rights during the transition. Article 5. Rebuilding trust in the rule of law. Privacy, transitional justice, and limited government. A democratic transition requires more than replacing one government with another. It demands rebuilding the relationship between citizens and the state. After years of surveillance, legal insecurity, and violations of privacy, public confidence can only be restored when government serves the law, not the other way around. The next three principles of the proposed charter therefore address the right to privacy, transitional justice, and limiting the powers of the transitional government. The right to privacy and protection of personal data. Everyone has the right to privacy in their personal life, communications, family, and personal information. Respect for privacy is a cornerstone of freedom, personal security, and human dignity. From a human rights perspective, no authority should access private communications, digital devices, financial records, or homes without a clear legal basis and judicial authorization. Even in emergencies, surveillance must remain necessary, proportionate, and subject to review. These safeguards protect citizens while preserving the legitimate functions of the state. Psychologically, constant surveillance breeds anxiety, self-censorship, and declining social trust. Citizens who fear being monitored gradually withdraw from public life, whereas privacy encourages independent thinking, creativity, and civic participation. During the transition, warrantless surveillance should be prohibited, strong data protection laws adopted, citizens granted access to information held about them, and security archives preserved under independent legal supervision. An independent data protection authority should also be established. Transitional justice, truth, accountability, and national reconciliation. A society that ignores its past risks repeating it, yet the future cannot be built on revenge. Transitional justice seeks to balance truth, accountability, reparations, and reconciliation. Victims of serious human rights violations deserve truth, recognition, and redress. Those responsible for grave abuses must face independent courts. Responsibility must always be individual and evidence-based. Collective punishment has no place in a democratic society. Psychologically, acknowledging victims' suffering helps heal collective trauma, while denial deepens social wounds. Lasting reconciliation requires respect for both victims' rights and the right to a fair defense. Practical measures include establishing an independent truth commission, preserving evidence, prosecuting serious crimes, compensating victims, reforming abusive institutions, and preventing proven perpetrators of major human rights violations from holding sensitive public office. These measures help strengthen both justice and public confidence. Limited powers of the transitional government. A transitional government is temporary. Its mission is to maintain public administration, protect security, prepare free elections, and transfer power peacefully to elected institutions, not to make irreversible long-term decisions. Its authority must be limited, transparent, and time-bound. Emergencies must never justify suspending civil liberties or concentrating power. Clear limits on authority strengthen public confidence because citizens know that government remains temporary, accountable, and subject to oversight. The transition should operate under a clear legal framework, defining its mandate and duration. Budgets, major contracts, and key decisions should be public, while independent media, civil society, and oversight bodies monitor government actions. Long-term constitutional and policy decisions should, whenever possible, be left to the government and parliament elected by the people. Protecting privacy, pursuing transitional justice, and limiting governmental power are essential safeguards against the return of authoritarianism. Together, they ensure that democratic transition is not merely a change of rulers, but the beginning of a political order founded on the rule of law, accountability, and respect for human dignity. The next article will examine the Charter's final three principles: transparency and anti-corruption, public access to information, and accountability of public officials. The foundations of lasting trust between government and citizens. Mahmoud Ashkanian, neuropsychiatrist, PhD.